Ramanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. ओम ओम जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद् अवै चरणारविंद His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gaurang. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayadmatirai Nashtabhaistu Avadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuki Yamse Anubhavam Akhilam Sutisaramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atithir Satam Tamandam Samsarina Karunayaha Purana Guyam Tam Vyasa Sonamupayami Guru Maninam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 27, Text number 20. Daurbhagyena loke Vishruta durbhage gita gisa Yatushta rajarsa itu Britadat puravivaram Daurbhagyena loke Vishruta durbhageti sa Ya tushta rajarsa itu Britadat puravivaram Daurbhagyenatmano loke Vishruta durbhageti sa Ya tushta rajarsa itu Britadat puravivaram Daurvagyenatmano loke Vishruta durbhageti sa Yatushta rajarsayetu Britadat puravivaram Durbhagyenatmano loke Durbhagyenatmano loke Vishruta durbhageti sa Vishruta durbhageti sa Yatushta rajarsayetu Yatushta rajarsayetu Britadat puravivaram Britadat puravivaram Daurvagyenatmano loke Vishruta durbhageti sa Yatushta rajarsayetu Britadat puravivaram Durbhagyena on account of misfortune Atmanaha of herself Loke in the world Vishruta celebrated Durbhaga most unfortunate Iti thus Sa Si Ya Who Tusta being satisfied Raja Rishai unto the great king to but Brita being accepted Adat delivered Purave unto King Puru Baram benediction translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The daughter of time Jara was very unfortunate. Consequently, she was known as Durbhaga, ill-fated. However, she was once pleased with the great king, and because the king accepted her, she granted him a great benediction. Please repeat. The daughter of time, Jara, was very unfortunate. Consequently, she was known as Durbhaga, ill-fated. However, she was once pleased with the great king, and because of the king accepted her, she granted him a great benediction. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Sava Dukha Vagala, all kinds of happiness disappear in old age. Consequently, no one likes old age or Jara. Thus, Jara, as the daughter of time, is known as a most unfortunate daughter. She was, however, at one time accepted by a great king, Yayati. Yayati was cursed by his father-in-law, Sukracharya, to accept her. When Sukracharya's daughter was married to King Yayati, one of her friends named Sarmistha went with her. Later, King Ayati became very much attached to Sarmistha, and Sukracharya's daughter complained to her father. Consequently, Sukracharya cursed King Yayati to become prematurely old. King Ayati had 5 youthful sons, and he begged all his sons to exchange their youth for his old age. No one agreed except the youngest one, whose name was Puru. Upon accepting Ayati's old age, Puru was given the kingdom. It is said that two of Ayati's other sons, being disobedient to their father, were given kingdoms outside of India, most probably Turkey and Greece. The purport is that one can accumulate wealth and all kinds of material opulences, but during old age one cannot enjoy them. Although Puru attained his father's kingdom, he could not enjoy all the opulence, for he had sacrificed his youth. One should not wait for old age in order to become Krishna conscious. Due to the invalidity of old age, one cannot make progress in Krishna consciousness, however opulent he may be materially. Om Gyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalan Sri Gurun Vaisnavam Sa Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Pitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parejana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Pitam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि वाञ्छा कल्पतरु वृक्षकृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं गायते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दिनतारिणम् नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Daughter of time Jara was very unfortunate. Consequently, she was known as Durvaga, ill-fated. However, she was once pleased with the great king, and because the king accepted her, she granted him a great benediction. You know, Janma Mritu Jara Vyadi. Jara, in this sense, Jara means old age. Old age. As time passes, we get old and old. So there are the two kids, two son of Bhakti also. Bhakti Maharani has two sons. One is Vairagya, the other is Jnana, knowledge and Vairagya. We have a story in Padma Purana that Jnana and Vairagya were also being so old in their young age one time. They were like, could not do nothing. Very, very important. And Bhakti, her mother, she tried to take them anywhere. Narad Muni, Narad Muni, Narad Muni was passing by. She was going somewhere, and Bhakti Devi stopped him. Sadhu, stop! I am in trouble. Narada Muni, seeing a poor lady with a lot of pain in her face, stopped her and asked, "What happened to you?" And Bhakti Devi was answering, "My sons are getting old. I need your blessings." And after that, they were, in order to revive their youthfulness, they were studying, chanting all the Vedas. Nothing happens. They studied Bhagavad Gita. They tried to like get up a little bit, but then when they heard Bhagavatam, then both of them got young. Bhakti and Jnana and Vairagya became very youthful after hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the book that we are right now studying at the moment here. And the Srimad Bhagavatam also shares a beautiful story of King Yayati. Yayati was the son of great King Nahusa. Nahusa, right? Nahusa. And when one time long ago, the daughter of Sukracharya is a spiritual master for all the demons. He's a great Brahmana scholar, very expert Brahmana, not demoniac Brahmana, but his followers, his disciples were all demons, Rakshasas, not demons. And her daughter's name was Devayani. Devyani. Very beautiful daughter. And there was another Kshatriya king, Brisasarva or something, I forgot the name. His daughter was also beautiful. Her name was Sarmistha, which is here in the purport. Sarmistha and Devayani. One time they were going to sport in a beautiful forest where there was nice lake, beautiful lake. You can imagine all the lotus flowers, beautiful colorful flowers, trees, all the cuckoos, all the birds are singing very nicely. Swan, white swan swimming in the water like this. And such an attractive place. You can imagine. I have been in such a place in Nepal. So beautiful. When you go into the middle of the forest, all the birds are singing. You can only imagine how heavenly uh, atmosphere is that. And you have forest, wild berries and other kafal, beautiful fruits that grows in this springtime. And we would go skip the school and go to the forest and collect all this fruit and bring home in the evening. This is how we used to live our life when we were growing up. Nice place. And when they were in the lake, they could not stop themselves swimming in the lake, beautiful lake. It was so attractive. Summertime, springtime, little weather was nice, and water was not too cold, not too hot. I mean, very, very well temperature. And both of them took off their clothes and put on the bank and jumped into the water lake to swim. Sharmista and Devayani. Devayani is the daughter of Sukracharya, is a Brahmana, and and Sarmista is the daughter of a Kshatriya king. In the system, caste system, Brahmana is a higher class, topmost class. Kshatriya is one step down, protector. Vaishya is one step down, and Sudra is another step down. So this way, these two beautiful girls were enjoying in that lake. And what happened? Lord Shiva and Parvati, they were on their sojourn, going somewhere and passing through the lake. Very respected people, Lord Shiva and Parvati. And as soon as these two girls saw Lord Shiva and Parvati coming, they immediately took out of the water and decided to put on clothes in order to show respect to them. Two young girls naked in the water is not befitting to welcome or to see great personalities. And they came out in that great rush, in that great haste moment. what Sarmishta picked the Devayani's clothes, and Devayani had to have her clothes. And Devayani became really mad after that. She got really mad and she started cursing her with bad words. Daughter of Kshatriya, you have to live on our knowledge, our fathers, without them giving blessings. You cannot do nothing. You such an unqualified lower caste woman. How dare you wear my clothes? Became very mad and started talking. She lost her composer's temper and then she started talking all kind of nasty things to poor Sarmishta. Sarmishta was also daughter of Kshatriya. She was not like humble. Okay, my dear sister, I am sorry. I am no. She also get mad, and she pulled her and threw into the deep well and left. There. Poor Sarmishta, sorry, Devayani, being under the well, she could not come out on her own. She was screaming, shouting, "Help! Help! Help!" Nobody was there. But somehow or other, King Yayati, we are just hearing here, he was passing in the forest, maybe going to hunt or to do some forest business. And he was thirsty at some point and he was looking for water and he found the deep well and he saw Devayani under the water in the well and he lifted her by grabbing her hand out of the well. In Vedic tradition, if a man grabbed the right hand of the woman, an unmarried girl, then it is considered that the man accepts her as wife. So the grabbing the right hand of a woman is only done by husband. For unmarried woman, girl, if somebody else says do that, nowadays it's not very important, but in those days. And the girl says, "Oh, king, you are so great, so handsome, so beautiful, so nice. I think it is the arrangement of the providence that I get married with you. And I was cursed by some Brahmana in the past that I will never marry, I will never get a husband from Brahmana family. You will be married with a Kshatriya family. That was the curse upon me. I think it is the Lord's arrangement. So I should accept you as my husband." King Yayati was really good in all this dharma, samskaras. He was really trained in Vedic tradition and he immediately thought, "You are the daughter of a Brahmana and I am a Kshatriya. It is not good for me." He thought in his mind. But somehow Devayani was pleasing him with such a nice words, beautiful words, and she praised him. When man is praised by a woman, then man like, yeah, maybe you are true, right? Men fall victim, right? In front of women's praise. And men also praise to the woman, "Oh, you are so beautiful, such a nice, I like you very much. I have never had my friend in my life like you." One time I was in Elira Theater. The old lady, like 65 or 7, maybe 65. She was far there and I was lining in the prasadam line. I told her, "You look so beautiful." I just exactly said, "You look like 16 years old." And since then, wherever she saw me, "Hi, Prabhu," from distance. Whenever I would come close to her, she would like immediately, "Hi, Prabhu, Haribol." So this is happened, this is emotion, because we are sentient being, we are not a stone. Like, yeah. If somebody glorify us, we feel happy. That's natural. King Ayati returned home. All right. If that happens, then we might be okay. Then after she came out from the well and Devayani went to her father and briefed all the story, what happened with Sarmishta to her father. And Devayani with her great pride demanded from her father that, I want to take the revenge to this wretched girl. She dared to take my clothes. See, I want her to be my maid servant when I married to King Ayati and I found my husband. Ayati is a great king. He grabbed me from my hand and lifted me out from the well. He rescued my life. my dear dad, I want to marry with this man. He is really great. Please, please don't say no. That's what happened. And Sukracharya agreed to give his daughter to Yayati and also Sarmista as a maid servant, along with so many other women, girls, not alone. Sarmista came along with so many other girlfriends in order to serve Devayani in the palace of Yayati. And Yayati, from Yayati, the Devayani got a son at some point. They were together, they had a relationship, and she begot a good son. And after seeing the beautiful, handsome boy, attractive boy like Parikshit, little Parikshit, Sarmista also desired, I wish I had a son like this boy. But she doesn't have a husband. She is the only maid servant in the palace. And one day, she got an opportunity to talk to Yayati in the absence of Devayani. My dear king, could you please give me a son too? Again, man comes before a woman when a woman pleads very lovingly, gently, nicely. And they had a relationship and she got a son. Somehow or other, later on what happened, Devayani knew that this Sarmista got a son from my husband, Ayati. Now I will go to my father and complain about him. She went to her mother-in-law's house, Sukracharya. Daddy, my husband slept with this Sarmista, my maid servant, and she got a son. I cannot bear this. I cannot tolerate this pain that my maid servant got son from my own husband. This is not something that I can take it easily. And poor father Sukracharya, being overwhelmed by daughter's tears, and he cursed his son-in-law that you will immediately become old. May you lose your youth right now. As a result, King Yayati became old man guy. But Yayati had a great passion to enjoy sex life. He was really trying to enjoy thousands of years. And he says, oh my God, I am not yet done with Devayani. She is very young and I have to live and enjoy for many years to come. My dear father-in-law, please kindly take this back. Sukracharya says, I cannot take it back once I already give you some boon, benediction or curse, whatever you say. But I can give you one condition. You can exchange your old age with anyone who want to accept it. If somebody want to take your old age and exchange with their youth, then that is okay, you can do that. But I cannot give your youth without any condition, because you are a rascal, you hurt my daughter. That's what happened. And poor Yayati came to his home and he approached his sons. He has 5 sons. He went to the eldest son first. My dear son, my dear boy, would you like to give me your youth and take my old age? Because I want to enjoy my life with my wife, Devayani. Your maternal grandfather gave me this curse. Now he told me that if anyone is ready to accept my young old age and swap with their young age, then I can do that. Would you be agree? Will you agree with this proposal? Then first son denied the proposal. I don't want to be old by daddy. You already enjoyed, you have life, you become old. Maybe it is God's arrangement, Krishna's providence arrangement. So accept it. Don't be bothered by this. You went to the second son, third son, fourth son, nobody accepted. But then he come to the final youngest one, Puru. Tell me the name of Krishna starting from Puru. Any name from Krishna starting from Puru? Purushottama. Puru.
Puru is Krishna's grandfather, right?
Yeah. Purushottama. Krishna is known as Purushottama. Just joking. Purushottama. Purusha Uttama is a Purushottama. And there is no connection of Purushottam here in this story. Just Pururava.
Pururava. It's a Pururava.
And now the young boy accepted and he became old guy and Yayati became young. In this way, he enjoyed with his wife 1,000 years. Long time. 1,000 years. Like. At some point, Pururava started thinking himself, oh yes, I'm really so much attached to this sense enjoyment. I don't think I can satisfy myself. I have enjoyed so much, but still my desires are still active in me. He says very interesting thing. Na kama jatum kamyanam, na jatu kamam kamyanam, upabhogena samyata. Yeah, that's what he said. Upabhogena samyata means you can never satisfy your desires by trying to fulfilling those desires. In other words, he says that you can never extinguish the fire adding up butter. When there is a fire sacrifice and we keep adding ghee, the fire keeps going. You cannot extinguish. And he realized that fact. And he also started talking to his wife Devayani. So how can I convince my wife so that I can withdraw from this unending process of sense gratification? Then he narrated a story, similar story to Devayani about the story of a sea goat. Sea goat? Meh, sea goat.
Seal.
No. Goat. Goat and lady goat, sea goat.
Oh, she goat. I thought you said sea goat.
Sea goat.
Perhaps there's something missing here.
Yeah, and she fell, that sea goat fell in a well. And he got, man, you know how they came by and saw that sea goat struggling down in the well. And with the help of, with his horn, he was digging the land and make the way out for that sea goat. And they got married and they were enjoying the life. And the he goat was very, very lusty. And at some point, and that female goat saw that male goat going with other sea goat as well. And she got a complaint, and then later on, King Yayati narrated this story to Devayani. And Devayani and Yayati, both of them realized that this material world is just like a dream. It's like a dream. We need to wake up from this condition.
Bad dream.
Bad dream, wake up. And at the end, they offer beautiful prayers to the Lord. So this was the story of Yayati. Here, it says, Namastubhyam Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vedase. Namastubhyam Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vedase. Sarva Bhutadi Vasaya Santaya Brihate Namaha. They were offering prayers in that way. And also, King Ayati says that he gave very beautiful instruction to us. He says that Matra Swastra Duhitriba. Matra means mother. Swastra means sisters. And Duhitra means own daughter's daughter. Yeah, daughter. Pa. Navi Bhikta Sano Bhavet. One should not sit alone with his own mother, sisters, and daughters in a lonely place. That's what it means. Why? Why should not we do that? Because it says Balavan Indriya Gramo. Because senses are very, very powerful. Balavan. Balaram, Balavan. What happened then if Indriya are very powerful? What happened? Vidwamsa api karsati, akarsati. Vidwan means very learned person, scholar, well known person. Api also akarsati could be attracted to and may do all kind of bad thing with their own people. So in order to get out from this material sex desire, the only solution is bhakti. By bhakti, we can minimize our unwanted desires in our heart. There is no other way to cut unwanted desires other than devotional service. There is no other way. Even yogis, they meditate, they try to take control of their life air and hold the life air on the top of their head in the chakra and keep that way, remain calm and peace for a long time. But at some point, that kind of forceful, tactful, controlling senses become failure at some point. And some little thing can easily attract them. Like Savari Muni was attracted by the fish family. Fish. And whose meditation was broken by the beautiful Menaka? Menaka. Vishwamitra's meditation was broken by Menaka, the beautiful girl from heavenly planet. You know, Lord Shiva's meditation is broken by whose flute? Krishna's flute can break Lord Shiva's meditation. Only Lord Shiva breaks his meditation only by flute of Krishna. When he hears Krishna's flute, then he cannot control. That is why Krishna's one of the name is Kesava. K means Brahma, Sa means Shiva, Ba means who control both of them. Kesava. By the way, my legal name is Kesava. I'm not that Kesava. And so when we do Krishna's bhakti, then Krishna can control our senses, our desires, unlimited desires. And it keeps it simple. And the best way to control the desires is Bhakti Yoga. And in Bhakti Yoga also, chanting the holy name of Krishna is the best way. When one pacify or stop or delete or give up these unwanted desires, one become peace. One can become peaceful. When one can become peaceful, then happiness is possible. People are happy in the world going to 4th Avenue bar, lining 2 hours, waiting their turn to come inside and grab a bottle of can of beer and then enjoy with the music and then just in the intoxicant mood just talk all kind of fantastic nice talk. You can become happy for a while, but you are not at peace, you are not peaceful. You come out from the then when you pay the bill, then you start, oh my god, I spent so much money. And then come home tomorrow, then you wake up or late, you have a hangover from last night, you cannot go to your work on time, and then you lose your friend, and then you just messed up and everything is collapsed, disturbed. But the devotees of Krishna, because of practicing devotional service, they have voluntarily, by the help of Krishna, they have given up these desires, not forcefully like yogis. Because Krishna said, devotees knows that in order to cross over this material world without the help of somebody, it is impossible. Krishna himself has spoken in Bhagavad Gita. Maya mitam tarantite. What is the beginning line? Yeah. Daivi yasa gunamayi mama maya durateya. So this is really difficult to cross over. But devotee, what do? They give all this responsibility to Krishna. Yogis or Gyanis, they try to do on their own strength. They fail. Devotees do not try to do on their own, but surrender unto Krishna. Saranagati. Rakshasi iti viswasya. Huh? Anukulena sankalpam partikulasya varjanam. Yeah, this is different one. This is the Saranagati verse. Anukulasya sankalpa. I think this is from Hari Bhakti Vilas. Rupa Goswami quoted. It is in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, I think. And you know what is sankalpa means? A vow. That you take a vow to do something which is not easy to do. Why Rupa Goswami say anukulasya sankalpa? Why did he use sankalpa? Why didn't he say that take all the favorable thing for the devotional service? But he says anukulasya sankalpa. That all the rules for the devotional service may be easy, but they are not very easy. So we need to take a vow that I will not commit Vaishnava aparada. This is one vow. We can take one vow in our life. I will not criticize devotees. But is it easy to do so? Every second we start, at least we talk about some devotees. You know about him? Did you hear the story? Always engage in such kind of activity. So taking sankalpa is not an easy task. So anything that is favorable to devotional service may not be easy to accept in our life. But we need to take a vow to follow those. Then only you see, then only we can draw the attention of Krishna. Krishna is very business person. If you think of him, then he think of you. That's the nature of Krishna. If you too much think about Krishna, then Krishna will also think about you. That's very reciprocal relationship. Pratikulasya varjanam. Anything that is unfavorable, we should give up. Varjana means tyajya, just give up. But it's very hard. That's why we always read about 10 nama aparada every morning to avoid, because they are not favorable for devotional service. So in this way, when we take a vow that are not easy to do in a normal life, we take shelter of Krishna, and by Krishna's grace, by Krishna's mercy, those difficult tasks become easy. Krishna can make impossible possible, possible impossible. That's what Rupa Goswami prayed in Stabamala prayers. Durghatana ghatana. Ghatana means Krishna can make impossible thing possible, and possible thing can impossible. So devotees sincerely praying to Krishna and taking shelter at his feet and try to serve him without having multiple unlimited desires, then Krishna make devotees' life very easy, and they are not hankering. They give up the lower desires. Raso barjam, raso api asya. One desire we give up, material desires, and we have a higher desire to serve Krishna, then our desires can be pacified. Then only we can become peace and happy. This is the secret that devotees are always blissful and happiness. That is why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Krishna Bhakta Chatur is very smart. Ataiva Santa. Bhukti Mukti Mukti Kami
City Council.
Siddhi Kami Sada Asanta. They are always rest in restlessness. Always looking something else. Siddhi, Mukti, Bhukti Kami, all these people. So intelligent people, again, Krishna says that they do not desire anything other than me. I am the object of their discussion. I am the object of their prayers. I am the object of their worship. I am the shelter for them, and I am with them. They are with me. I am never away from my devotees, and my devotees are never away from me. This is such a nice promise from Krishna. And when we practice devotional service with this humble attitude, then definitely we feel the presence of Krishna's protection in our life directly. Not like once in a day, maybe in my next life, or somehow I may get Krishna's blessing. No, it is possible even today, even now, if we have that completely surrendering attitude. Anukulasya Sankalpa. So we need to take vow in our life. This is all vow. Like we come every day in the morning. Coming to morning program is not a big vow because it is regular thing. It is your nitya karma. You should do. Everybody do it. It should not be a vow. It should be a easy job. But if it is hard, then we should make some vow. From tomorrow, at least once a week, or twice a week, or 3 times in a week, or 4 times in a week, or 5 times in a week, or 6 times in a week, or every day in a week, I will make to come before Krishna. Let's do it. It's a practical thing. We will do it and we will achieve it. We attain it. But if we do not make vow and we just simply let our life go like that, and we are always in the same place, no matter how many years we spend in Krishna consciousness, because we are still in the same. And we do not have that burning desire to get Krishna, and Krishna will not come. Unless Krishna feel that Kirtaneswar Gauranga Das really wants to get me, then Krishna will not spend his time. He say he has so many other sincere devotees to care about. So this is always what we want, we get it. This is simple formula in life. What I want, I get it. If I really want money, and if I really pray and work on that stream, then I definitely get money in my life. If I really want to enjoy with a beautiful woman in the heaven, and I work on that way and then really show myself that I prove that I want to do that, then I can go to heavenly planet and enjoy with a wife, beautiful woman. So this is all we decide what we want. So King Ayati decided that this way of sense gratification, not the solution. It will take us away from self-realization. We should stop it at some point and then completely surrender before Lord Vasudeva. Then this is possible. That was his realization after enjoying thousands of years. That is why we bring reference from the scripture that why an intelligent man should go through the same path that somebody else already been and again realized and decided to do the bhakti. Why not we begin from right now? This is the intelligent people's decision idea. That's why our scriptures always talk about death, 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 death. Krishna says, Antakala, Mameva. He says always Antak. He says, he did not say that when you take birth, remember me. All the scriptures have stressed out in death, so that when people are suffering in this material world, and this suffering is due to having this material body, and Krishna bring the proposal that why not you try to do something that you will be out of this accepting process of birth and death. Why don't you think something that you will never accept physical bodies? That is why death is celebrated among Vaishnavas culture. We will not escape or run away or scare about it. It will help us to understand the pain and gives a solution that we can be free from this body and we can be free from pain by accepting Krishna consciousness. That is why devotees utilize suffering in their life and learn a lesson and become close to Krishna. And that is why Kunti Maharani prayed more suffering to come to her life. Any question, any comment? It is 50. We have a meeting at 9 o'clock. So, any questions?
No, I think that's a very, very nice class, Prabhu. Um, King Puru, he followed his father's order, and because of that, he was blessed that he could have Krishna as his grandchild. Correct?
As his grandson.
Yeah, Puru took the old age of his father, and then later on, he got his youth back. Correct?
Yeah. Later on, when King Yayati realized that he gave up, he returned with youth to his son, and he got his old, and he renounced, and he left. Yeah.
And then because of that, he was able to have. He followed his father's order, and that because of that, he was able to have Krishna as his grandchild. I think there's something to do with those children.
Yeah, it is coming as a dynasty from their same line. Yeah.
Puru dynasty.
Yeah.
Puru dynasty. That's the Krishna's.
That is true.
That's the out of a dynasty.
Yeah.
That's the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Believe me, this desire to enjoy will never go away. Even if I'm 99 and even if I'm dying tomorrow, I still have that desire. So better now work on now, right? Prabhu, what do you think?
Yes. Work now.
Like our Prabhu in India, what did he say? Tell me what you think now.